another day at MSU exclusive video. We're going to be playing Fakin' It. I'm going to give you a rundown of the game in the video as you are watching right now. If you want to join us, you can join us using the room code that's in the description of this video, logging on to jackbox.tv so you guys can see it. If you guys are joining in the audience, feel free to figure out which one of us is Faker. So we have this potential viewer. Everybody's in, so we're going to give you a rundown of the game right now. Alright, so this is Fakin' It.
Welcome to Fakin' It. I'm Cookie, and I'm here to host the
so
game.
So you can join.
Before we jump into the game,
you can join in the upper right-hand corner. Jackbox.tv is the website, and the room code is in the description.
Device. Like, raise your hand if you've ever farted. But one of you will get nothing, and that person is the faker. Everyone wants to figure out who the faker is, and the faker just wants to blend in. When you hear the go sound, you'll either raise your hand or not, depending on whether you've ever farted before, which you have. And the faker just has to fake it. After that, everyone votes on their device who they think the faker is. If everyone picks the correct person, the faker is caught. But here's the most important part. Fakers, if you're caught in a lie, if you raise your hand when you really should have kept it down, lie, cheat, deny, come up with whatever story you have to throw other players off the scent. Be the faker. Some of the tasks will involve raising your hand, or pointing, or maybe...
So for those of you who are watching, you're just watching the game that we're about to play. You're watching the tutorial, so you know what to do.
One more quick suggestion before we get going. It's important to be able to see each other, so if possible, consider sitting in a semicircle or like small lines facing each other. Whatever works best while still feeling comfortable.
Alright, that's the game. And it's about to start. We're about to start with the first one, which is Hands of Truth.
It's an easy one, just like we saw a minute ago. Everyone's going to get a task that involves raising your hand. Okay, sending the task to your device.
So if you're joining, you can join at adft@jackbox.tv on the internet. Alright. Alright.
And the test was, raise your hand if you like to drink whiskey.
So, like, Lord knows, everybody in the room like to drink whiskey. Well, we've been kind of drinking. Whiskey was the first thing that he drank. But anyway, so whiskey is literally what everybody likes to drink because we complain about it. Be like, oh my God, we need a drink. So when me and Carrie raised our hand and we looked at Juju, I automatically knew he was the faker because, like, he's the main one that's low-key complaining about how he needed a drink because everything's stressing him out. So, yeah, I pretty much figured that one out like that.
Wow.
Who do you think is probably the faker?
Wow. You see how, the viewers, you see how ruthless your two cast members are of the show? They're so mean to me. Like, they're so freaking mean. But I'm not even gonna hold y'all up. I was low-key fake. I was faking it, okay? I just didn't know what the task was until it came up on the screen. Which is the point of the game. But when that came up, I was like, for real? And my second mind told me to raise your hand anyway. And it didn't say it, so... That's what... Man, this game is so much fun, though.
You'll be fine.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
You bad, bro.
Shut the fuck up.
You bad, bro.
Everyone voted for you.
But I ain't gonna hold y'all up. But I really don't like this game.
Wow.
Go over there. Go over there. Go over there. Alright, for those of you who are watching, we're playing Fakin' It. Join us using this code.
Okay, time to pick the next category. Use your device to choose. It's going to be
Make faces. Make
face
faces.
value. Everyone's going to get a
Join
task.
using that code. There are 4 different ways to find Faker. Number pressure, point, Hands of Truth, and my all-time favorite, face value. So each time that they piss me off, I pick face value because not only is it funny, but I can find the faker easily. So that's, so you might hear face value a lot in this video.
It involves making kinds of facial expressions.
Whatever.
Sending the task to your device.
I'm sorry, I couldn't keep my laughter into that face.
The task was make the face you'd have in a strip club.
1. Face value in Fakin is probably one of the most annoying yet funniest modes in that game. And like, I just can't keep a straight face while trying to make a face. Like each time I just giggle because some of the things on there, it's just like, it's questionable. And how are you supposed to make a face out of that without laughing? And thing number 2, while playing it, I looked directly at Carrie when we did that because I knew she would probably have some face that was disgusting. And turns out she didn't. She was just sitting there like this. And like, you know, me and Gigi was just awkwardly looking because like, who the hell would want to go to a strip club? But hey, that's what we are. So that's how I knew she was the faker, because she would be even more excited to go to a strip club. More than all of us, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the face you would have.
For those of you who want to join in the audience, you can join using this code right here.
It would be great if we have some audience members playing with us.
Yeah, even though the people who are playing are really stupid in my opinion, but whatever.
Carrie, hurry up and pick somebody!
Which we already know.
Pretty much everybody knows that.
Alright, so all the votes are on Essence. Let's see the result.
And the prime suspect was...
Do it! So Essence was the faker. So Essence was the faker.
You're supposed to at least try to make a face.
Hello, Devin. If you want to play along with us, you can join along up here in the upper right hand.
Alright, what category do
You
we
can
want
join
to do
using that.
next?
The top is the
We should advise to
website,
pick
the bottom
which
is the
type of
room
task
code.
you'll all do together.
Choose a thing before choose for us. Alright, so this was a you got a point kind of one. Alright.
Everyone's going to get a task that involves pointing at another player in the game. Okay, sending the task to your devices.
And this is where we turn back to us. So Devin Martin says bet, so we have an audience member. Wow, a big try. Alright, secret task.
And the task, point at the person whose thoughts you would most like to hear.
For the record, that for that one I pointed directly at Essence because, well, I wouldn't want to listen to Marlon's thoughts. Trust me, I really wouldn't. So that's why I pointed at Essence. And then Marlon pointed at me, and I kind of see why. Essence can have a really, really aggressive mind. As for Essence, she chose Marlon. I'm like, really? So that's how you know there was speculation right there, because no one wants to hear Marlon's thoughts. No offense, but they're kind of a little too explicit for the young people to hear.
No, nobody don't want to hear my thoughts. Trust me. I'm serious. Nobody don't want to hear my thoughts. Low key, it depends on my mood or how my thoughts are. If I'm like chilling, my mind is empty, completely empty. If I'm stressed, my mind is everywhere. If I'm in a playful mood, my mind is very dirty and I have to clean it. And it takes a whole day to clean it. So when Carrie pointed at me, I'm like, you sure? I don't think you would want to hear my thoughts. Because my thoughts, I can literally just sit there and be like, booby. When I'm like just bored randomly and I just sit there and think about it and giggle in my head. I don't know. I'm just slow. I'm slow. Okay. Don't judge me.
All right, locking in now. Wow, faker still at large. All right, we got one more chance to catch this.
You couldn't quite figure out who the faker was. One last chance to catch the faker.
Whoever this person is.
Sending out your.
All right, if you're in the
second
audience,
data
you can
point
vote
task to your
afterwards.
devices now.
This one's hard because the person's not even here.
And the task was
All right,
point
let's
at
like
the
it.
smoothest talker.
Indeed, have an audience member. So this is your chance to vote on the audience now.
Is probably the faker.
See that right there? When she was like, "Oh, oh, oh," like that's pretty much how I knew she was a faker the second time. Well, I knew she was a faker all along, but she was literally confused. Like she literally was like really confused because she was like, "Oh, so that's what the topic was," and I was just like, "Yeah, she's the faker." So I'm just point to the second best. Oh my god! Whoever chose me, count their fucking days. Oh my god!
You Essence.
Everybody voted for. Yep,
Yeah.
you found the faker. You made it count.
There's one thing you do not do in faking it. That's literally give yourself away. Essence did that so many times, and so did I to a certain degree. But Essence just flat out just gave it away. So that instantly just popped in our heads. Boom! She's the second time she's the faker. So that's the number one rule of faking it. Do not give it away. The goal is to try to blend in, not to expose your own self.
When you needed to.
You did say that. That's what made my second answer different too.
Alright, for those of you who are watching, you can join at jackbox.tv on your internet browser and enter ADFT as your room code. You're in the audience, FYI. They do. I'm gonna invite more people
It's
to join.
category picking time.
Essence, it's your turn to pick a
Use your
category.
device to choose which type of tasks you'll always.
Number pressure, alright.
Number pressure. Everyone's going to get a task that involves holding up a number of fingers, probably from 1 to 10. Okay,
Alrighty.
sending the task to your devices now.
So this is our turn to... Hello, Diamond. If you want to join in the audience, we're playing Faking It. So if you want to join, you can use that website at the top in black, and in blue, and you can use that as your room code to join in with us. We're finding out who the faker is amongst all these
Like the
people.
faker.
So,
It's been so far. What did you chose me?
how'd you know I chose you though? How'd you know I chose you though? Alright, I've locked in my vote. Y'all locking your votes
All the
now.
votes went to. You all got together and.
I lied to y'all. When I seen the topic, because in this case I was the faker. When I seen the topic, because y'all seen that I threw up like my hand like this, like the number 5, and then they said like, it was something like it had something to do with cavities, and I was like, oh shit. I don't have cavities, but a lot it still seems believable. I'm surprised that I got away with it, honestly. Maybe I'm really good at being the faker. Or not. That was really bad, honestly. But it I even laughed. That's all I said. Alright.
chance to catch the faker.
All right. Again, if you want to join, the information is up here.
Sending out your second number pressure task to your devices now.
For the record, that is a 0. Alrighty.
The task was hold up as many fingers as NFL games
So
you
that's the
attended
secret
in the
task. We gotta
last
figure out
year.
who's faking it based off of how many fingers they held it out.
Vote for who you suspect is the faker.
And you still don't. Wow. You still don't pick me. Wow. Fuck. Like, you clearly see Marlon laughing, right? You clearly see her laughing. You clearly see her face when she does this, like, you know, to the topic. So I'm like, really, Essence? You cannot use your context clues to say, okay, if it's not me, then it's someone else. And Marlon was giving it away right in her face. Like, that was wrong. That was wrong to her. Like for what? She just can't listen. She just can't listen to me. But okay, that's fine. Fine. Y'all still gonna pick me. Wow, that is so wrong. That is so wrong.
I can get my vote.
No. That is so wrong. Y'all are so wrong. You fuckers, it wasn't even me. You fuckers, it wasn't even me.
Why did you choose me?
Fuckers. I chose her twice, and I still got it wrong. Wow. They are cheating.
I don't know how the hell I got away with that. Am I gonna do it again? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's probably not gonna work again, but if it does, surprise, surprise, goddamn. That shit was hilarious though, I'm sorry. I wish I could go to an NFL game. I mean, in this case, I was like, hey, so like I watched the NFL games, so that counts as attending, right? I fucking love this game. All right. I don't have 5 cappies. What the hell? I don't even have these cappies.
Wow. First me out of wow. I'm a psych. Wow. All right.
Okay, time to pick the next category.
Again.
Price value.
That's what people
Everyone's
twice in
going
a
to get
row.
a task that involves making
Like I told y'all before, each time that they piss me off, I'm gonna pick face value because their face expressions be priceless. But it's 75% of Essence's fault anyway. If she chose Marlon as the figure in the last rounds, we would not be doing face value right now. So that's totally her fault. I didn't even want to do it myself. I was gonna pick You Got a Point. That's the one I was really gonna choose, but she just pissed me off. Like, what the hell? Nigga.
facial expression.
Why are you so bad?
All right.
Are you bad?
Again, you can join up here. The top is the browser. All right. The yellow is the room code you can use to join in.
Oh, shit.
I mean, something like I'm doing 2 things at once.
And the task, make the face you typically have on Monday mornings.
Fine. All right.
All right, vote for who you think the faker is.
For those of you who are watching, if you want to join the room codes in the description of this video, you can go to this website that's in black up here in the upper right hand corner, jackbox.tv on your internet browser, and vote for each one. And we're fucking unanimous again. Normally I hate when it's unanimous like that, when we all choose each other. But in this case, it was really, really hard to figure out because all of our face expressions show what a true Monday morning face is. So it was difficult for even me to figure out who was the faker at this moment. So I'm just in here like, okay, this is difficult. Who do I pick? There's a lot of pressure at this point, so. Wow, all right.
I mean, because all of us actually had had good face. She was like,
Yeah,
I was like,
it was kind of hard for me too. Shit.
yeah. He was like, no, y'all can be free.
I was like, oh.
Nobody can be trusted.
That's the point of the game. But he's still at large, everybody. But we need the help from the audience to help figure out this one.
You couldn't find the faker. This is your last chance to catch the faker. Sending up your second face value task to your devices now.
Alright, back camera, back on us, so you can see our reactions.
What the fuck?
This was the task.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, I tried to make the face, but to stuck up the middle finger. I'm just like, you know what? I can't even do this anymore. I quit. Like, he was just sitting there like, and I'm just like, I can't even make the face right because it's so funny. Like, that is a current move, though. Not gonna lie.
This task does not hold that
face you
finger
make
up.
when your ragtag bunch of misfits beat the rich kids in a game of softball and save the roller rink.
That's really what I
Where is that?
Alright, voting for the faker now. Boy, this is so hard to decide.
This was a confusing one.
You are? Okay.
Everyone voted for Group Mind steered you in the wrong direction.
Well, we know who won the Best Faker Award again. We knew it.
Okay.
The number value was what killed me the most. I'm sorry. I literally held up.
We got 5 cabinets.
Wow. Last round.
Okay, it's time for the last round. Text you up. I've sent 2 questions to each of your devices. Type in your answers for both and then hit send. Now, the faker has 2 questions to answer as well. They just have slightly different questions than everyone else. So good luck, faker.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Alright, all answers are in.
See everyone's answers to the first text
So here's the
task.
first task.
A book you really hate.
I'm not about to play. I'm not about to play with this answer that Marlon put up. I assumed her keyboard made it like auto-corrected it. So if it did auto-correct twice light, it's not a word. So I'm just sitting here thinking, I knew what she meant, but how it came out on the device was funny as hell. I just could not deal twice like. I dare somebody to say that, they gonna get smacked if you read a Twilight fan and they say Twilight, you're going to get smacked. Like, for real. Still, funny word.
I seriously hate the Twilight series. Like, I just don't know.
I can't shoot.
I'm not about to play Twilight.
I spell that wrong, but I hate the
Wow.
Twilight series.
Okay, Essence, I got you.
And the votes were for... You all ganged up on the
All
wrong
right,
person.
second attempt.
One last chance to catch the faker.
Nobody can trust me.
Let's see your second batch of answers. What your stage name would be if you were an exotic dancer.
Oh, damn.
What do you think is probably the faker?
What the hell?
Okay.
I have questions.
Y'all never heard of Ginger Bee before?
No.
Wow. Y'all were in high school days.
Coca Essence. Yours is just as
But why y'all gonna pick me though? Like, That's the killer part.
I'm about to say chocolate is an actual good stripper game.
The votes singled out.
But guess what, bitches?
Together.
I fucking knew it.
So, I'm probably gonna give like a small tip, even though like this small tip isn't gonna be I probably shouldn't give this tip, but I'm still gonna do it anyway. So, when it comes to the text you up portion of faking it, they give the faker weird questions that kind of can relate to the other questions that the other people got. Hence why I practically used reverse psychology here. So instead, because my questions were, one was, when this part where it said a book that you really hate, my question was a book that you enjoyed as a kid. And I'm like, see, I was about to put Judy B. Jones, but everybody loved Judy B. Jones. So I'm about to use reverse psychology on their ass and just just you put Twilight, even though my fucking keyboard is so fucking stupid. I hate this phone. And then the second one, they basically said a scent of candle that you would really enjoy. And I'm like, I feel like this is gonna go negative, so I'm gonna just sort of be safe, because I was about to put like apple cinnamon, but that wouldn't make sense. So I put chocolate instead. See, that reverse psychology right there. Got your McDonald's. Biking it. Suck with it.
Wow. You were so mad at me for selecting you. You were the faker one time. You had to choose me at the very end.
I don't think you suck with it.
Keep in mind, she's a little too excited, everybody.
Sorry.
You know you want to feel like that. Who's the best sleuth and who's the best faker? Ha! Best sleuth me. And
Alright, that's the end.
And that is the end. We'll be going live again Saturday with the same exact game. If you guys want to join, make sure you join the room code in the description on Saturday. We will be live. Till then, Jules out. And we'll see you guys Saturday. And make sure to tune in to YouTube for the season finale of Another Day at MSU coming this Saturday. Stay tuned. See ya.
Everybody up in that day. Up in there too.
Thank God I
See, everybody up in that day. You got King up in here finally. You about to have the original cast. You about to have the gameplay. You about to have a shit ton of episodes. This bitch about to be an hour long. Probably not.
It is.
Oh,
It is, depending on how much fun it might be. So, until then, we'll see you guys on Saturday.